Hi everyone, and welcome to today's MNA orientation webinar. We're glad you could join us, and our goal for today's webinar is to provide you with more details about your MNA membership, the benefits that are available to you through the membership, and how you access them. We are going to go through the information pretty quickly. So don't feel like you have to remember it all. We are recording this webinar, and we'll show you where to find the recording throughout the webinar. And so our goal is just to have you have a basic understanding of the benefits so that in a few months, if you're working on something and you say to yourself, oh, I think MNA had something that could help me out here, that you know you can go back to our website or reach out to MNA and ask, and we'll be able to help point you in the direction. So again, if you are a new member of MNA, welcome. We're so glad to have you on board. If you're taking this webinar and haven't joined as a member yet, that's okay. It's a great way to find out what's available to you. And if you happen to be a business member on the call, just know that we're going to cover mostly information that's relevant to our nonprofit members. So if you want a specific description of the business member benefits, we'll have to reach out and connect offline. But you can certainly be on this webinar, as you also, as a business member, have access to all of the MNA member benefits that are available to nonprofits as well. So we'll go ahead and get started right now. MNA was incorporated in 1990. We serve more than 750 member organizations statewide. We do that through capacity building, civic engagement, and public policy, all three things which you will hear more about today. My name is Sarah Pinder. I'm the engagement director at MNA, and you can see my picture there in the middle. I'm joined today by my colleague, Mario Gonzalez, who you'll hear from in just a little bit. He's our client service coordinator. Another member of our stakeholder engagement team is Bill Gesseman. He's our strategic growth officer and is always willing to help people out as well. I'll show you where to find our contact information online. So again, don't feel like you have to be scribbling that down right now. So as I mentioned, one of the ways we serve the nonprofit sector is through public policy and advocacy. We focus on things that affect the entire nonprofit sector, things like tax policy, budget and spending, and public and private collaboration. My colleague Joan Gustafson is our external affairs officer and loves to talk with people about policy. So she's a great contact to know as well if you ever have questions in this area. So now we're going to flip over to our MNA website. Hopefully you've been there before and seen a little bit of it, but if not, you're going to get a good tour today and see again what benefits are available to you and how you access them. So when you come to our MNA website, the first thing I like to encourage people to do is to go ahead and log in. Again, if you signed up as a member, you had to identify a primary and secondary contact for your organization. Both of those organizations would have received an email regarding creating their own username and password. So if you're not that primary and secondary contact, you might need to reach out to them to get your login information. If you are that person and you're on your account but you don't remember how to log in or you're having problems, check out, you can use this forgot your password and forgot your username link to help you through that process. Or we have all these links to really quick online videos that can give you some information on easy troubleshooting for kind of common issues that come up. So we tell you to log in when you get here because then you have access to all of your member benefits and you won't be blocked by a login screen when you're browsing around the website. When you log in, you're automatically taken to your member dashboard. And I'm going to show you a few key things here that are helpful to know where they're located. So over here on the left, if you click on membership details, this page is going to show you all of the information that you've given us about your organization. So if you ever move, get a new address, you could come and update that in here. Let's say you change the number of employees you have, you could put that here. And then if you scroll down further, there's also a place for contacts. So it's important to mention that your M&A membership is an organization-wide membership, meaning that it covers your full organization, staff and board members, and even key volunteers. You can decide to manage that a couple ways. You could make one username and password and allow people to share that and log in that way, or you can create different contacts, such as listed down here on your membership details page. So there's a few different ways you can do that. There's also different permissions you can give that. When you scroll even further, you'll see more information about membership renewal. So when it is time to renew your membership, you can do it right online here as well. Scrolling back up to the top, and another great link that's over here on the left is the M&A membership member discount codes. Anytime M&A offers a publication or an event, the member rates are available, and the way you get access to that member rate or that discount is by getting a membership discount code, which can be found here once you log into the website. So that's a good thing to know about as well. And finally, under this edit login profile link, this is where your own information is and how you log in. You can come in here and you can update your username and your password. I would highly encourage you to set a password that's easy to remember. And by doing that, you've just eliminated any, hardship you have on getting logged in online, which again is going to help you create or use your benefits to the fullest extent. So that's a little bit about what's on your membership dashboard and what you see when you log into the website. So we are going to spend most of our time today under membership and looking at nonprofit resources. That's where all of the member benefits are listed. But real quick, I'm going to show you a few other things that are helpful that you can find on the site. And I'm going to start over here on the far right under who we are. This is where our staff is listed. All of our staff contact information and phone numbers and emails are listed there. Please know that right now, due to COVID-19, all of our staff are working from home, but we are all working and responding to emails and phone calls, so feel free to reach out to us that way. Also under this Who We Are tab is Get Connected. This is a great way to connect with M&A. It kind of provides all the opportunities there for you. Big one here is you can sign up for our e-newsletters. I'd highly encourage you to sign up for the My Nonprofit News. This is a regular publication. It comes out every other Friday morning, and it's all of updates on sector trends, events and happenings, etc. You can also sign up for our public policy action alerts, which are on a more sporadic basis and come out when we need you to take action. And we'll talk a little bit later about the Michigan Nonprofit Job Center email. You can also follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or LinkedIn if you prefer to get your information that way. So now we're going to go over to technology services, and I'm going to turn it over to my colleague Mario to tell us a little bit about this service.
Thanks, Sarah. As she mentioned, we're going to cover M&A Tech or M&A Technology Services. And one of the ways that M&A serves the nonprofit is through our technology services. The team with M&A Tech is very knowledgeable and personable. And if you happen to be the accidental techie in your office and maybe you don't want to continue being that sole resource, or there's a need for something tech related, we really encourage you to consider reaching out to M&A Tech. They can assist with things like technology planning, managing your servers, and various other technological related items. The team is extremely helpful and can even be reached through a direct hotline for those unexpected problems that spring up around the office. More details can be found under that Technology Services tab on our webpage. There's also the hotline listed on your screen right there. Now I'm going to bounce it over back to Sarah to review our civic engagement.
Thanks, Mario. As I said in the beginning, one of the ways that MNA serves the nonprofit sector is through civic and community engagement. Right now, we have a lot of work going into the Census 2020 campaign. Hopefully, you've seen your census form, you've filled it out, and you've been counted. It's critically important that we count everyone in this 2020 census, as those numbers affect the representation Michigan has at a federal level, and also the money coming into the state from the federal government, and they use those numbers for the next 10 years. So we really want to make sure that we count everyone. And we've partnered with nonprofits in this effort because nonprofits are such trusted resources in community and can often help us reach traditionally undercounted populations. There's a huge amount of census information. You can link to it here through our Be Counted Michigan campaign if you need information for yourself, people you work with, or sharing it with other organizations in your area. Another way we serve the nonprofit sector is through our AmeriCorps Vista program. We host vistas around the state of Michigan, placed in various nonprofits doing great work in their community. We're currently in our recruitment cycle for Vista. So if you happen to know someone who's interested in serving as a Vista for a year, definitely have them reach out. They can find more information on our Job Center, and we'd be very interested to talk with them. Okay, I'm going to go one tab over again to this middle tab, Research and Publications. MNA offers a lot of different information and resources that you can access here. First is our Michigan Nonprofit Compensation and Benefit Report. This is a report that we do every 2 years. It starts with a survey. We ask the nonprofit sector in Michigan to tell us who's on their staff, what positions they have, what are they paying people in those positions, what benefits and perks are they offering, maybe even vacation days. And what it allows us to do is take that information and turn it around into this report, which is very comprehensive. It includes about 78 different positions, and it's a really great tool for nonprofit leaders and even board members to use when hiring a new position. So for instance, if you're an arts organization in the Southeast Michigan area and you're looking to hire a development director, you can look at the chart for those specific parameters and figure out what other people are paying that position. It can help you put together a really competitive compensation and benefit package. Underneath that is our Michigan Nonprofit Management Manual. This is my favorite resource to talk about. I use it all the time. In fact, I even had it out today. It is a really great resource and includes information on many different areas of nonprofit management, things like budgets, fund development, human resources, evaluation, etc. It is not meant to be read cover to cover because it's about 600 pages long, but it has a great table of contents and index that make things easy to find. Really great information on common nonprofit questions, and I'd encourage you to check that out and consider purchasing one of those. Really, really great resource. I'm going to scroll through a few of these and go down a little bit further. So the salary visualization tool, this is a complement to our nonprofit compensation and benefits report. It shows the information from that report in a lot of really creative tool charts and graphs, and you can drill down that information to get specific information that's relevant to you and your organization. This is a members only tool, so just make sure you log in and you access it from here. Going down a little bit further, so MNA Links Magazine is a quarterly publication that MNA does. We produce 3 per year, and then the 4th one takes the form of our annual report. It is a printed magazine that gets mailed to organizations. You can also view it online here as a member, but it includes current trends and topics and articles that are relevant to nonprofits. And I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom here. There's a couple of great resources here. You can see there's several resources that I'm not talking in depth about, but you can check those out on your own time as well. So if you're interested in advocacy or public policy work, this Nonprofit Advocacy, a Michigan Primer, this resource is a free download. And it's really great basic information about what nonprofits can do in the world of advocacy and public policy. Nonprofits are allowed to advocate, and we certainly encourage you to. And this guide can give you some basic kind of advocacy 101 information about what you're allowed to do and what you need to be careful of. So that's pretty much everything there. So I'm going to scroll over to this tab, which is currently mostly our COVID-19 resources and information. We have done a ton of work in the last several months around helping to support nonprofits through this really challenging time. It's really important that we know from all of you how you're doing. So we're trying to keep a pulse on our members. If you have any questions or things related to your response or the challenges you might be seeing with COVID-19, either now or in the future, please reach out to us. We love to hear from members, and we love to connect with people when we can help. So you can see there's a lot of different sections on this page that provide lots of information. The other thing I will mention particularly is our work around the Paycheck Protection Program, or the PPP loan that was available from the Small Business Administration at the federal government level. If your organization needs that type of support, please know that there are still funds available, and we're encouraging all nonprofits to learn about that and check that out. If you go to this governmental assistance program section, you will find a lot of information about that PPP program, including some webinars that we've recorded that are really helpful for nonprofits. So again, don't miss out on PPP. If you're confused about it, check out the guidance here and/or give us a call, and we'll help point you in the right direction. This is also where we list other advocacy resources. If the Michigan Nonprofit Caucus is a bipartisan and bicameral group of legislators at the state level in Michigan. So you can check that out. They help us advocate on behalf of the nonprofit sector on issues. If you're in the Southeast Michigan region, you might want to check out the Michigan Public Policy Council. They have periodic meetings and focus on topics that are relevant to nonprofits in the Southeast Michigan area. So now we're going to scroll over to the membership tab and talk a little bit about our Job Center. And for that, I'm going to turn it back over to Mario.
Thanks again, Sarah. So as you mentioned, under the membership tab, you can find our nonprofit Job Center. This is one of our most frequently used resources. There are a few different ways you can interact with the Job Center. One way is by browsing what jobs are currently available in the Michigan nonprofit sector by clicking on current job postings. You can then sort those options by category and then narrow it down to the desired search parameters. It's also great for a nonprofit leader who's looking to hire someone in Michigan. Go ahead and click on the submission form under the Job Center tab to complete the Job Center posting. There should be a button right there under employers. And the rates are $75 for a single 30-day posting for current MNA members and $165 for non-members, with a logo included. We strongly encourage you to post any opening with our Job Center. Another way you can engage with the Job Center is by getting signed up for the weekly email blast that goes out every Friday morning with the most current postings submitted to MNA. It's a great resource to stay up to date on positions available if you're a current job seeker, or you can and you can sign up for the e-newsletter button on the Get Connected page. Our email blast reaches around 6,000 subscribers each week, and our Job Center gets about 18,000 unique page views a month. So as you can tell, it's a great way to really market your opportunity to our online audience or to find a potential new job through the network. I'll hand it back over to Sarah once again to talk a little bit more about your other M&A benefits.
Thanks, Mario. Yes, so now I've clicked under that membership tab to the nonprofit resources menu area. And that brings us to the whole chart of all of your member benefits. And so we're going to go through this and show you what your benefits are and how you access them. At the top, there is your featured benefit, which right now is the salary visualization tool. We already talked about that a little bit in regards to the compensation and benefit report. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to start here with free access to GrantStation. GrantStation is one of your largest benefits that you get with your nonprofit membership. So if you aren't already taking advantage of it, I would greatly encourage you to. GrantStation is an online grant database for finding new grant opportunities. And when you log in through that membership resources page, you'll have to click through and get to the actual GrantStation page, which is what I'm doing. And there we go, my computer's catching up. You'll be taken to the GrantStation page. Again, after you log in through MNA's website. You'll know you're in the right place. It'll say welcome and have your name at the top. There is a wealth of information available on the site and a really great resource. So I encourage you to take some time and browse the site and check everything out. I'm going to only focus on one area today, and that is their database of grant opportunities. So as you can see, under Find Grant Makers, I'm going to choose the U.S. Charitable Giving Database. That seems to be the most general database. And as you can see over on the left side, they give lots of instructions on how to search the best way possible and narrow down your results. On the right are all your search parameters. So I'm going to do a real-time example. I'm going to choose Michigan, and you will see this updating in real time, so it looks a little funky on your screen, but stay with me. So I'm going to do Michigan. I'm going to do arts, culture, and humanities. And then I'm going to say that I want to identify what type of support I want, and I want some general operating support. Who doesn't? So on the right side, you'll see right now in my search criteria, I'm looking at grantors or grants available in Michigan for arts, culture, and humanities, and general operating support. Over here on the left is where all of the records come. You can see I've got 184 results. So if I was doing this in real time, you might want to work a little on scaling down your parameters so that you get less results. But what you can do is click on the foundation or the grantor name, and you're going to come up with just a wealth of information about that funder. So you can see kind of their focus areas, who they provide grants to, what geographic areas they give in, how much they give annually, et cetera, et cetera. There's just a ton of information here that can really help you, craft a really robust proposal to that funder. You can always use these orange buttons at top too. They can help you to share, maybe email this information to a colleague or go directly to their website or even save it. Say, I want to make sure I come back and check out the Adient Foundation. So some really cool tools there. Just a great, great tool for nonprofits. And as you can see, GrantStation, they're a great partner to us. And they're also, as you can see here up at the top, tracking funding opportunities to help nonprofits through COVID-19. So you can check that out as well. So I'm going to go back to the MNA membership page. This other benefit from the Foundation Directory is similar in the sense that the Foundation Directory is also an online grants database. It is a subscription-based service, and you can get a 15% discount with your MNA membership. This Finance Unlocked for Nonprofits is actually a video series that was done by a fellow state association, and they are about 6 videos that were done with a CPA and an improv actor, so they're pretty entertaining. And they just give the basics of nonprofit finance. if you're onboarding new board members, even new staff members, that's a really great place to start with some basic knowledge, just so they have some idea of how nonprofits work from a financial basis. If you're looking for support or discounts for credit card processing, you can check out Card Connect. They're a great partner to MNA. The next section is free and discounted education. We do offer free and discounted events. Of course, right now, all of our events are happening online, but you can access this calendar from that link. You can also access the calendar from the front page of the website, and you can see lots of different events listed. If you ever see an event that has a little orange icon of a person here, that means there's a member discount for that event. Our recorded webinar archive is also available. As I mentioned, this webinar today is being recorded, so if you need to refer back to it, you can look here. You can also see some of the other recordings that we have offered that you can download and watch at any time. MNA also has a diversity, inclusion, and equity assessment. This is a great way for your organization to get the pulse or the opinions of your board and staff members on how your organization is doing in these three critical areas. I would be happy to share with you more information about that. I'm the staff lead on that project, so if you're interested, please connect with us on, connect with myself on diversity, inclusion, and equity assessment. We do offer online learning discounts from MindEdge. This is a great partner that provides online courses in all different areas that are relevant to nonprofits. Most are very affordable, anywhere from $79 to $150. As an MNA member, you receive a 10% discount on these courses, and you can see that they have everything from nonprofit finance to grant writing, etc. That's a great benefit to pass along to other members of your organization, other staff members, because it's really easy to access online. We also have a document library where we keep lots of document templates, such as a whole series on volunteer management, communications, etc. We also work with All Campus that provides discounts on higher education, and as a member, you can receive those discounts as well. This Principles for Good Governance and Ethical Practice, this is a document created by our partners at the national level, a group called Independent Sector. They do a lot of great work, and you can download this for free if you're interested in seeing how your organization is doing in these areas that are identified as very important. Management manual and links are things we've already talked about, so I'm going to scroll down a little further. As you can see, MNA partners with the largest educational institutions in the state. University of Michigan Dearborn offers a 20% tuition discount for MNA members and dependents. Oakland University offers a 25% discount on their nonprofit management certificate program. MSU offers a great opportunity for people interested in the executive MBA program. For MNA members, they waive the application fee and offer 2 scholarships per year to professionals in the nonprofit sector who are interested in participating in the executive MBA. And that scholarship is a 50% discount on that program. So really, really great opportunity, and you can learn more there. Davenport also offers a tuition discount of 20%, and we've partnered with New Horizons Computer Learning Centers for 10 to 20% discount off of their technology and business skills courses. I know we're coming right up to 3:30. I do have about 5 or 6 more minutes of content. I hope you can stay on. If not, you do know now where to find the recording of this webinar, so you can watch the last few minutes. The next section is managing HR. Nonstop Wellness is a group that we work with, and they offer a really great opportunity for nonprofits to self-fund their employee health care. This benefit is only available to nonprofits with more than 50 employees taking benefits. So if that applies to you, check out Nonstop Wellness. They've got a pretty creative approach that can end in savings for the employees as well as the employer. We also work with Mutual of America, who provides waived administrative fees for retirement plans for organizations with $1 million or less in their retirement plan. So another great way to extend benefits if that's something that you're offering your staff. We already talked about the Job Center posting and the compensation and benefit report. So I'm going to scroll down. We also work with Constellation HR. This is a great system. It's an online software for managing employee performance and compensation. If you're someone that has to track a lot of employees during the year, do evaluations, set goals, etc., you can use the Constellation HR system for that. And MNA members receive a 10% discount on that. Verified Volunteers is a unique take on background check services because it allows for background checks to be shared among community organizations that accept verified volunteers. You can click on this link for more information. They have done some introductory webinars for us that give some best practices when it comes to background check services, and also talks about their system a little more. So great thing to check out if you're working with a lot of volunteers. We also offer a discount with Paychex for payroll services and processing. They offer a 30% discount on that. I will say that through COVID-19, Paychex has been just an invaluable resource to us internally at MNA. So you really do get more than just someone processing your payroll. You get a really great partner in the HR space, and I would definitely encourage you to check out Paychex. Director and officer liability insurance is something that all nonprofits should have. And here's an opportunity through a local organization called Lyman and Sheets to get a quote on that. So if you don't have that already, definitely encourage you to check that out. It's really critical to your organization. Scrolling down a little bit further, we've covered some of these. So now we're going to go into the Making Connections section. And to cover this information and to close us out, I'm going to turn it back over to Mario.
Thanks, Sarah. MNA offers 3 types of membership. We offer nonprofit, business, and career development. It is because of this that we have a variety of businesses, both big and small, that are part of our grander statewide network. One of your featured MNA benefits is complete access to our business marketplace directory, which is a great resource for nonprofits seeking specific services from those who are experts in the sector. This online database and exclusive access can connect your organization with independent contractors or firms that are looking to serve your needs. Now, please note, we still strongly suggest that you perform your own due diligence and vetting before hiring or contracting any of the businesses found through the search. Now, another great connection point is our nonprofit member directory. Much like the Great Business Marketplace tool, the nonprofit member directory provides the contact information of the nonprofits within our MNA network. Through this resource, you can make additional connections and potentially collaborate on joint efforts or projects in your region. This does not include all the listings of all nonprofits in Michigan. This is just the ones in the MNA network. Another great feature that we have available through your MNA benefits is the nonprofit request for proposal distribution. If you're a nonprofit leader seeking to reach some of our business members with specific needs, the request for proposal distribution feature can be very helpful. Just complete the short form and your submission will be distributed shortly to a variety of business members who have identified services in those areas of your inquiry. It's another great way to get connected with some assistance and additional support through the MNA network. As well, you have access to a completed list of trusted partners and resources. This document either opens into it as a new tab or downloads as a PDF depending on your device, and it provides contact information for some of our most trusted partners within the nonprofit sector for both state and national organizations. Some of this quick reference information include National Council of Nonprofits and the Michigan Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs, otherwise known as LARA. It's a helpful guide for navigating some of the institutions in the nonprofit sector, and it's a great quick reference resource. As well, MNA does have a considerable statewide following, as well as a growing online presence through social media and our website. So advertising with us is another great platform to broadcast your upcoming events, any new programming that you may have, or just general opportunities. You can find more details about our specific packages by reviewing the options found on the advertising and sponsorship opportunities page on our main website. Feel free to reach out to myself or info@mnaonline.org if you have any additional questions or want to get connected with additional resources for them. We also have access to a network of great organizations doing some solid work throughout Michigan. So another great resource is the Capacity Building Center Network listing. This list provides more details about the 11 organizations or centers around Michigan that provide local capacity building services to other nonprofits. Through this collaboration, the Michigan nonprofit sector continues to grow healthier and stronger. Things that they include are things like trainings, webinars, resources, toolkits, all available for free or reduced price. So it's a great connector piece. And we certainly encourage you to connect with them so your organization can better serve your clients and achieve your mission. So that will bring us to the end of the webinar. We thank you for staying on today. Thank you for joining us and welcome to MNA. Please do not hesitate to reach out to myself directly with any additional MNA related questions or concerns. Have a great rest of your day and be safe and healthy out there.